Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. While Nigerians are rejoicing because of the statement being made by Mr. President that we have surpassed our target, although some persons have corrected that notion, saying that they have surpassed the target they estimated they should have, before the end of the year. That doesn't mean that they have surpassed the whole target, really. But whatever the case is, Nigerians believe that based on what the president said, that we ought not to be borrowing anymore between now and December. But it looks as if while Nigerians are like, okay, good news, we're going to have some sort of relief. Apparently, there's something about to go on, and I believe that Nigerians will be screaming in no time. Already, they've started screaming on social media. Then, of course, one of the ministers of Bola Tinubu have said something that is not sitting well with his administration, and Nigerians have taken to the social media to take him to the cleaners, and he has made a U-turn. We're going to give you full details on that as well. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, starting from January 1st, 2026, Nigerians are set to face a new 5% surcharge on fossil fuel products like petrol and diesel. Now, this levy is part of the wider Nigerian Tax Administration Act for 2025. Let me read that again. It says, starting from 1st of January 2026, Nigerians are set to face a new 5% surcharge on fossil fuel products like petrol and diesel. And this is a part of a wider Nigeria Tax Administration Act 2025. That's NTAA 2025, signed into law by President Tinubu on the 26th day of June 2025, and it's intended to promote a shift towards cleaner energy sources, according to the government. Now, these laws aim to boost government revenues and promote the transition to cleaner energy sources, but the 5% tax could further inflate already high fuel prices and increase the cost of living. With inflation already high, many Nigerians fear that tax will drive transportation, food, and electricity costs even higher, exacerbating the economic hardship triggered by earlier reforms. And the 5% tax, I take that again, the 5% fuel tax may also raise questions about the government's commitment to easing the cost of living crisis while promoting clean energy. For many, the measures feel more like a revenue grab than a genuine climate policy. These guys are just dragging Nigerians from back and center. Honestly, they just want to see how far Nigerians, the elastic limit of the average Nigerians on the street. Sit down, look at dog name. But let's find out what the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu said that is making him make a fast U-turn that is generating a lot of reaction. Now, the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on policy communication, Daniel Bwala, has backtracked on his controversial description of Lagos State as a no man's land, a comment that triggered widespread outrage after his appearance on national television. Bwala, who addressed the backlash on his official social media handle, admitted that Lagos State is historically and constitutionally the land of the Yoruba people. The legal practitioner also clarified that his words were misinterpreted. According to him, and I quote him word for word, he said, Lagos' identity has never been in contention and should not be distorted, even though the state remains Nigeria's foremost commercial hub. He said, don't misinterpret what I said in my interview some few hours ago. Culturally and historically, and even constitutionally, Lagos belongs to the Yoruba people, and that has never been in contention. The unique identity of Lagos as a Yoruba homeland is settled and beyond dispute. Explaining his position further, Bwala likened Lagos to global economic powerhouses such as New York, Paris, and London, noting that the city plays a dual role as Nigeria's commercial heartbeat and a cosmopolitan hub that welcomes citizens from every part of the country. What I emphasized was the special space Lagos occupies in Nigeria and indeed West Africa, a city that, much like New York, Paris, or even London, serves as commercial nerve center of our economy. Lagos provides every Nigerian, regardless of origin, a level playing field to thrive, and in this sense, it mirrors the diversity of our nation while remaining firmly rooted in Yoruba heritage. My argument was, therefore, and justifiably so, for massive investment in infrastructure to sustain the economic and social responsibilities Lagos has shouldered on behalf of Nigeria, he stated. Now, according to him, his central argument on television was that any president who hopes to succeed must deliberately invest in Lagos because of the enormous social and economic responsibility it shoulders on behalf of Nigeria. Those were the words of Daniel Bwala. I guess it's, according to him, said he was quoted or misquoted or misinterpreted or quoted out of context. That what he meant that Lagos was a no man's land was that Lagos is a place where anybody can come in and thrive. It does not belong to the Yorubas, it does not belong to the Igbos, it does not belong to the Hausas, it does not belong to anybody, it belongs to everyone. And for that reason, that everybody who comes to Nigeria can go to Lagos and succeed, and that makes it a no man's land. But he is not saying in its cultural, historical context that the land belongs to everybody, that originally, historically, culturally. Of course, everybody knows that Lagos is in Southwest, and Southwesterners are majorly, predominantly, they are Yorubas. In fact, they are Yorubas. So if there are Yorubas and Lagos is in Southwest, that means Lagos is a Southwest state and it belongs to the Yorubas. But he's coming from the angle of, economic strength. He's coming from the angle of social strength. You can see all tribes in Lagos. That cannot be said in other parts of the country. And that's why that name, no man's land, is being derived. But I noticed that if some other person says those words, they will literally say, no, you're trying to be a bigot. No, not at all. Whenever you hear that word, no man's land, nobody's claiming the land of the Yorubas. Nobody is even claiming the land of the Southwesterners. We're only saying Lagos have been built over time to accommodate everyone and anyone who dares to have a big dream. And that's because most investment or most infrastructural development always finds its first, quarters in Lagos. And that's why some other parts of the country are begging for same, so that there will be some sort of decentralization and there will be some sort of movement out of Lagos to other parts of the country. There are seaports everywhere, but the only functional ones that we have that is really functional is the one located in Lagos. You see headquarters of banks, parastatals, agencies are all located in Lagos simply because that's where you're going to get the best, qualified hands, human resource. Because everybody just migrates to Lagos. If you're looking for a job, just quickly go to Lagos. You easily get something doing than any part of the country. And they're saying that's why it's called the no man's land. But if you agree, let's meet in that conversation. If you don't, let's brainstorm in that conversation. What's your take? Do you have an